Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation Show. Boom, boom, boom. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland. Y'all like the way they sound? Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation Show. Y'all like the way they sound? If not, I'm going to keep singing it anyway. Boom, boom, boom. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation Show. Because I've been singing it for a long time anyway. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation Show. Do I appear to be a miserable guy? Do I appear to be a miserable guy? Now, I want to say this because this is something that I was saying a little bit earlier, right? I was looking back into the Carmela Anthony case. I don't know. Now, keep in mind, because I am a community activist, a community organizer, a community journalist. Listen to what I'm saying. Community. A homeless advocate, a human rights advocate, or ordained deaconess. Let me watch it, not deaconess, but I wanted to kind of rhyme it together, right? An ordained deacon. So I was called to go back into the community to help his people, to make sure they get the proper justice that they need and deserve. For a lot of you that don't understand, that's why I'm making that statement. As a recovering addict, 33 years. The goal is to help others understand that you can come out of an unpredictable lifestyle and learn to live a more healthier, productive way of life. Don't hate me because I was called. Don't hate me because my voice, it appears to be very intimidating to people. I know. Hi, how are you? Well, I'm like commissioner such and such and such, and I want to and watch how they try to kick your boo-boo. Okay. And it's not being smart, family. It's just that you got to stand firm on what you believe. Stand firm on your beliefs. I wasn't always like this. I was a lying, manipulating, no good son of a sweet biscuit. But when God touched your life, when God turned your life around, you're not the same. I'm living proof. Now, as I was saying, I got kind of disappointed, right? And I'm not going to stay here too long. Because I thought that Austin Medclef was the only person that actually came for Carmela Anthony. It was Austin and some of his teammates. The prosecutor made it seem like it was just Austin and Carmela. Carmela told them, which I thought he was telling Anthony, if you touch me, watch what I do. He was actually talking to them. The prosecutor made it seem like he was talking exactly to Austin. I got pissed. Now, a lot of people been saying it, but from the information that I've been getting, it's been stating that it was just the one-on-one, which I got that. I got that. But then I'm looking up some stuff, and it talks about how his teammates, the witnesses that was on the stand, admitted to the group session of it. The prosecutor didn't want that out there. That's what pissed me off. Because number one, I know how the prosecutor and them can play. Not just the prosecutor, I understand your defense attorney as well. But now I'm kind of pissed because like I told AI, he lied and he manipulated the jurors. He's a bigger criminal himself. And I'm talking about the prosecutor. And I understand you had to do what you had to do, you know, to get a conviction. But you lied to the jurors. And one thing I made clear with AI, because I see things from a different vision, I would have caught it from listening to them other young guys talking about how they came in. So it was Austin and a few more guys, his teammates. So yes, the boy felt threatened. So y'all can say what the freak you want out your mouth. But the thing is, when you used to living in a certain way of life and you don't live that life no more, you see the bull crap. You can see it. And I'm gonna go back to this. I'm sorry the young man lost his life. No, he shouldn't have did what he did. It happened. But when you come from where I come from and you see the truth behind certain things compared to how they try to take the laws and justify behaviors, you don't want to mess with me. Because I will move you away from your laws to reality of life, of what happens. And that's what makes me different from a lot of other people. So I got pissed. I ain't lying, I got pissed. Now, only reason why I got pissed, because I look at how the justice system itself, see, that's the system we fight against. How they can use stuff to help you, benefit you, and how they can use stuff to basically crucify you. And I understand they wanted to make this boy out to be a complete monster all by himself. But even though the witnesses told the truth in court, the prosecutor flipped it. And that's what they do. That's what they do. That's what happened with me. That's how I know how they play the. Ooh, let me catch myself. Woozah, woozah, woozah. That's how I know they play the games. They will make stuff, and AI was saying the same things. He played with their minds. I'm talking about the jurors. Which you can't look. He wanted to convict them. So when you on my side of the field, you understand why certain things are happening. But then when it comes to a person's rights being violated, this when we come in. This when we come in at. And if you're not a civil rights advocate, if you're not a community organizer, if you're not a human rights advocate, to kind of do a little bit more digging, not being smart, shut your damn mouth. Shut your mouth, because you just talking. You just talking. And that's why, for you on TikTok, make this clear. My nickname in Baltimore City is the big mouth, bald head, black dude. You hear me, right? Oh, you ain't gotta be that loud. You ain't gotta do. No, that's you. Don't you ever tell me what I don't gotta do. Don't you ever do it. If you the type of person that's soft-spoken, sweet, kind, gentle, I'm all that too, but I just come a little harder. When you see corruption, when I say I fight, not by myself, I'm with other organizations. And when I say we fight for your democracy, right? I became a part of Communities United in Baltimore City. Communities United is the Baltimore branch for the Center for Popular Democracy. Look it up. They fight for people's civil rights, equal rights, and constitutional rights, and they're not all black. That's y'all bull crap. I didn't understand a lot of it until I got involved. Then I started realizing black people ain't the only people that suffer. So when I open up my mouth, believe me, because I do rallies. I go to town hall meetings. We go to DC, well, Annapolis and stuff like that. So you want to tell somebody like me, I don't know what I'm talking about when I actually do the footwork? But y'all want to come up here and sound good because you'll go back to Jim Crow. Y'all will go back to 1619 because you studied the history, but what about 2026? To help break that bull crap. What about 2026? I was born in 1962. So I go from 1962 up to now. Because I got to understand life more in the here and now. Not what my ancestors went through. We understand that. Not what my grandfather and them went through. We understand that. Why they came to Baltimore City. I read up on stuff like that. Where the Copeland name came from. It's basically purchasing land. Cope land. They brought land. They was from Scotland. So you know they was white. Right? You know they was white, right? You see, I'm light-skinned. But guess what? I ain't mad, and I'm going to tell you why I'm not mad. Whatever happened down the line that happened, look who y'all looking at. Look who you looking at. Steve Copeland. So no matter how I got here, I'm here. So what I'm going to be mad for? My great, because I want to make sure I don't say the grandfather for the great, right? My great grandfather was a white man. My grandfather, middle name, his name is Charles White Copeland. You know who helped me understand why that white was put there? His mother did that because of his father. So that we will know that his father was a white man. I was like, what? And AI was explaining to me how some, you know, our ancestors would throw in a name to let you know that we was birthed from this as well, you know. I ain't mad at all because that's education for me. What I'm going to be mad for? And then to see I'm here. My oldest daughter, 37. I got 2 beautiful stepdaughters that I call my daughters. My youngest daughter, 25. My son is 23. My grandson is 18. My granddaughter's 8. So this big mouth dude, legacy of life, going to travel. It's going to keep traveling. My videos, y'all will see long while I'm gone. I already know it because of the work I do. I already know it. I ain't got to come on here and set up stuff and make people argue amongst each other because you're not. You're not on here. When I finish on TikTok or my live stream, I will make small clips and send them over so people can see them wherever they at. I'm not like your average creator. And because I'm from Baltimore City, I'm proud of my city. I'm proud of the work that the people are doing in Baltimore City. Like we, ours, us. And guess what? Even though Safe Streets maybe not doing a lot what we think they should do, AI recognize them too as what work they are doing. But we so busy, we'll focus on one individual out of thousands. Well, let me say 20. Okay. Out of 1,000 who might want to do corrupt stuff, right? And we'll turn around and then we'll blame the whole Safe Streets for one individual. See, I don't know how many workers they got all together. That's why I said out of 1,000. And then they take that one and make you think that this is the most horrible group you ever want to be with. I understand that. They do it to me. And well, they know I'm a speaker. They know I speak. They know I speak. But the thing with that is, whenever I talk about recognizing God-fearing people, like-minded people, I'm talking about people that's doing the work in the kingdom. It's not what you say out your mouth. It's what are you doing to make a difference? Are you walking in the footsteps of Jesus Christ? I ain't talking about walking in the footsteps of John, Matthew, Luke, Peter, James, Jude. Are you walking in the footsteps of Jesus Christ? I'm not talking about Moses. Part of that is there. Abraham, almost said Lincoln on the end. Jeremiah, King David, King Solomon. We all read their stories. That's their stories. That's their life. And do we really know if it's true or not? No. But certain things that happen in your life, you could be like, wow, I remember experiencing this right here. That's true to me. Wow, I remember experiencing this story. Wait a minute, ho. I had one child, Allie, a daughter, by my first wife. I had one child by my first wife. I got remarried. So I had another daughter by my second wife and a son, whose story in the Bible was somewhat like that. Mine's still alive, though. And it hit me reading that story. I said, oh, my God. I looked at my first family, and I had one daughter by my first wife. And even though her and I didn't finish, see, we can look at it as they became unalive, right? We can look at it like that, but I don't look at it in that sense, because y'all always want to look somewhere and find something horrible to describe a point, to make a point. When I go into the Bible is for the individual. I even looked up the word basic instructions before leaving Earth. I thought that had something to do with Bible. Somebody wrote a song on it. Basic instructions before leaving Earth. That's what I look at. Like God as the Father. I'm his son. If you are a woman, you are his daughter. If you call him Allah, you are his daughter. If you call him Jehovah, and you're a man or woman. If you call him daddy, 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 daddy. I don't care what your religion is, because it's only one. We serve the same pop. Y'all don't like the way I say it, right? Because I sound too free. Oh, he sound like he really know God. He talking about he calling the creator, pop. What's up, Dad? Oh my God, I can't believe he's doing that. He's calling the creator, which is the Father. Father! I can't believe it. I'm acting so goofy today. I can't believe it. But then he turns around and he called Jesus Christ his big brother. How dare him? I want to be like my big brother when I grow up. I want to be loving, kind, considerate, thoughtful. I want to emulate his personality. I want to emulate his character. Yes, he heard it. Yes, he cried. Yes, he got mad. Yes, he got angry. Y'all ain't know? Read up. That's why when y'all hear me say things like, I'm a follower and I'm a lover of Jesus Christ, I basically try to break it down to the personality and the characteristics of him. It'll talk about that. But we don't look at ourselves in a certain way. But when I say, just like Christ, a loving, caring, kind, considerate man, when he flipped that table over, I understood from what I read. I said, oh my God, he was human. So what I'm saying, I'm talking about character traits. I ain't talking about the color. That human being. I ain't talking about the color. Right? I'm just talking about the personality of a human being. I can be good. I can be bad. I can be evil. I can be mean. I can be nasty. I can get jealous. I can feel insecure. I can go through all of that. But when I feel it, I try not to do nothing destructive. What's up, mommy? I try not to act out in a destructive way like I used to. So now I'm going to say this one more time. When it comes to me recognizing God, fearing, like-minded people, and I'm not talking about being afraid of God. It's not about being afraid of God. Okay? Like, boo. That's not the one I'm talking about. Because when you love a person, you respect them. Oh my goodness, I just said a person. But when you love an individual, because you love you, you respect them. And my goal with the Father, my goal with the Creator, my goal with the Son, my goal with the Holy Spirit, my goal as a human being, my God, my goal, because of the power and the strength of the Holy Spirit that's in me, is not to disappoint the Creator himself. Y'all keep focusing on everybody else. Keep focusing on everybody else. And if it wasn't from my past experiences in life for me to learn from, I wouldn't have nothing to bounce away from. So if I find myself being deceitful, being that lying, being that manipulating, no good person that I used to be, I know I'm hitting back in the wrong direction. I know. So now in recognizing, like I said, and I'm gonna let what's your name of them talk. My two. But look, I had to look at myself. I remember, and I gotta say this. Joshua, I love you, bro. For years, Joshua would say, Steve, get around God-fearing, like-minded people and keep your circle small. He kept saying it for years. And I was watching the people that worked with him, and it was only about 2. And they was doing some amazing things. Now, Josh is handicapped, but he always was doing something. But I was looking at how they were supporting him and everything he was doing. I'm sorry. So I understand now. He kept saying it. But I don't think it was till about 3 years ago, really, that I really understood the statement. Be around God-fearing, like-minded people like yourself, basically. And make your circle small. And after a while, I begin to understand. Because we can attract a lot of people. Their motives seem very well. Their intention seems well. But my thing is, and it's not to knock you, I do not want to be on, what's that show? Not America's Most Wanted. That's popping in my head too. But I don't want to be on that show that they created. It's going to come. It's going to American Greed. No. Because a lot of y'all that's in positions of authority and you're making real good money, it falls back on you, right? So you'll end up on America's Greed, social media stuff. So I don't want to be bothered with y'all. So if you into robbing people to fatten up your pocket, don't that sound like robbing Peter to pay Paul? If you into robbing people to fatten up your pockets, stay away from me, because that's not my goal. And then if something happens, like I get arrested, right? Arrested. I'm gonna want to know why. Because I'm not practicing that right there. Why y'all throwing me in that bull crap? American Greed. Now, I ain't no different than nobody else. I want to make money. But my goal is not to rob and steal and take from the poor to fatten up my pockets. Yeah, well, let me say my wallet. Okay. And I'm being real. And a part of me is being sarcastic. Okay?
Yeah, you need to stay away from the Pepsi, dude.
No, you need to stay away from the Pepsi, dude. Cause
I'm on Coke right now.
Oh Lord, don't say that on you.
Oh shit! I know how to break the monotony.
He just messed up. He just messed up my vibe. My goofball.
I love you too.
My goofball. Look. He just messed up my goofball mob. God dang it. I can't even get my words together. But come on up, Phyllis, and stop playing. But yeah, family. This made me think about always OG. And thanks, Truth. And the prompt that we made yesterday just reflected back off of this right here. So I made the prompt and I sent it to OG so he can get a better understanding of what we're gonna talk about today, so he won't just pop in. But the thing, everything, y'all, let me move back some. Everything that we do, Phyllis is a Christian woman. Well, no, let me back it up. Phyllis is a real religious woman. Now, I don't know what to say about Truth. Truth is religious. Truth is spiritual. And Truth is like from outer space somewhere with a lot of the information he knows. So I don't know where to put him. That's all I know is his mindset when it comes to reality of spiritualness. He comes from another goddamn planet. I think he's part of those people that we call aliens.
I think so.
Yeah, I think Truth is part of the alien population.
Very knowledgeable.
Yeah. You know what? That's the nickname I'm gonna give him. Alien Nation. What's up? What's up, Elder? Because Truth will come and he comes with the truth, but it's the way he word it, the way he bring it. You gotta feel him spiritually. Because if you trying to figure him out here, mentally, emotionally, he gonna lose you every time. But if you're not connected with his spirit, because his spirit, it's like his level. And it's like, oh my God. Because basically what we talking about, it's like, I didn't see it in that broader perspective. You get me? And it's like, oh my God. And that's what we do, family. That's what we do. So I'm gonna go ahead and basically shut up. Because I got my OG, y'all. Then I got my feelers, y'all. Then I got my truth, y'all. They some amazing people. I respect them to the utmost. Come on, family.
Come on, Truth. I ain't heard from you in a few, bro. What's going on? Uh-oh, he dropped off.
He'll be back. He probably over there cutting some trees down. Come on, Phyllis. Speak a little bit, please.
About what?
Hanging around God-fearing people. This is up your alley. I just thought about that. This up your alley. Right up your alley.
I just came in the house. I'm trying to get myself together, catch my breath.
Well, you better hurry up, sit down and catch your breath and stop being shy.
I'm sitting down. I just had to get under the air. In that hot sun. Go ahead, OG, you can talk.
Oh no, go ahead, Miss Phyllis. I mean, you know,
I don't know what to say right now. I told you I just came in the house. I ain't even got
Come on, OG. All right, Phyllis. Get pray on it, because I do need you to speak, because this is something around like us. Dealing more with God-fearing, or recognizing God, talking with, God-fearing, like-minded people. See, what I started understanding, you have to be with people that's on one accord with you. It's not to say we're not going to have a little disagreements here and there, but if we walking on the same path, that's something that's not going to happen all the time. You get me? And that's what I begin to understand about being around like-minded people. So I'm going to throw this back at y'all, because this was something that was told to me early on. If they don't talk about the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, get away from them. I was taught that early on. I was taught this right here too, to read Proverbs 3:1-6 every day. I was told to read Philippians, the 2nd chapter, verses 1-11 every day. Every day. So mind y'all, the reason why I say some of the things that I do is because it's embedded inside me. Like, you might hear me, OG, you might hear Phyllis share something basically from a scripture level, but it's language. You get me? But you might hear me and OG share certain things. It's going to be scripture, but it's plain and simple English terms. Like simple, I'm trying to think of that word. I had to look it up. Simple form. Come on.
Immediate.
You make me sick, OG.
English for folks.
Before you say something, OG, I want to ask Steve.
I'm sorry. It just, I mean, you know, it was like it presented itself at that present time.
I was getting ready to say, you know, I speak in layman terms.
Steve, what you say Philippians what now?
Philippians 2nd chapter, verses 1 through 3. I mean 1 through 11, excuse me. OG got me messed up. OG, you know I speak in baby terms. That's why you be cleaning it up. Stop playing with me. He'll come right behind me and basically say the same things I say. Well, this is what he's saying. I'm like, God dang. He do. That's why he over there laughing, because I couldn't. Yeah. That's what I love about OG, because I speak from the spirit, and OG sees it, and he'll come back. He'll basically say the same things, but he come back with his own words. He said, well, what he's saying is, that's all he do. He'd be like, well, what he's saying is, he cleans it up. So you knew what I was. That's why you tried to be smart just now. OG, you know what I was the word.
I saw Candy on here earlier. What happened to her?
She's stuck in Planet Zudo. Come on back, Candy. Me and her was texting each other, and OG, and I was trying to let her know. Number one, as a man, he do not care for you. He's showing it to you, and it's like you trying to force yourself on somebody that really don't want you.
Trying to change him.
And then on top of that, I started thinking this, OG. Do you know he might can file harassment charges on you? See, sometimes people don't look at the whole picture. If a person don't want you there, stop forcing yourself there. No way in the freaking world I'm going to go on vacation and I got a girlfriend and I'm gone somewhere for 2 weeks and she ain't going with me. I'm not going to make arrangements for her too. So I was trying to help her see, you got to look inside, deep inside, to really understand the person not interested. I don't know. I'm just telling you as a man. And I told her, I said, the reason why I backed up, because she's like a daughter to me. But I feel like this. You're not trying to listen to change. So not to compare, OG, but one thing I know, when I talk with my daughters about certain things, they listen. And if they feel as though daddy right, they'll start the process of backing up. I know you when you really love and care for a person, it's a struggle because you backing up. You might get away, stay away about 2 weeks, find yourself there again, get hurt. Then you back up, you might find yourself gone for 2 months. Then you come back and then realize a little bit more through the hell you're going to go through. This is not where I should be. Then you'll back up, and then you'll stay away. Only reason why I'm saying that, because I understand it's a process. I went through it. Sometimes you just can't let it go. You got to stop it for a while. And then you might find yourself, dang, I'm thinking about when I was running, Phyllis, when I was a male 304, and I was caught up. One was too many and 1,000 of them wasn't enough. I had to get to the point of completely stopping because it was taking over my life. I was starting to look old like OG. Even though I'm older than OG, I know I look younger than OG. Look how I shaped my hair up today. Only thing I gotta do now is go get our teeth fixed. And this right here, and I'm gonna tell you, but I know I'm gonna be more handsome-er than OG.
Get you some dentures.
That I am. Because I want all the single women now. All the single women to come up here with the two.
Problem is, though, I'm getting a fresh pair made. That's the thing.
Well,
I lost mine.
We're getting a
I
fresh
threw mine in the trash by mistake.
Hey, Phyllis. Phyllis.
No, you didn't.
Phyllis, hold up.
Yes,
Hold
I
up.
did. I threw it away.
Hold
And
up.
when I ain't realized till the next day that I threw them in the trash, and I had already threw the trash out.
No, Phyllis, hold up. When I was living with my niece, Phyllis, hold up. When I was living with my niece, they raided our house off some bull crap, right? And all my stuff got thrown away. Why was I sitting up here thinking that, mind you, that was 3 years ago, I can go around there and probably look in the grass and find my teeth?
In the grass.
Yeah. I'm like, I probably go around there, walk up, right, and they sitting right on the cement. Shoot.
Everything been in that grass. Nah,
I know, Phyllis. Phyllis made me think about that. I was sitting up here, y'all. I'm thinking one day, I'm like, 9 times out of 10, I probably could go around there and find my teeth. They didn't cut grass and they didn't do this, but I'll find my teeth. They probably right there waiting. Y'all make me sick. Got me over here talking about teeth. And then look, OG talking about he getting whole new dentures. And I was thinking to myself, will they cut out something for me? How much they cost, OG?
You know what? I don't even know how much mine is going to cost me. My insurance is covering mine.
Yeah, I got mine through my insurance.
Yeah, I said I need to call, go to the hospital, let them do me. I was just thinking about, I hoping it don't cost too much. But anyway,
you could have got yours for free.
Who? Yeah, I know.
If you was a veteran.
Well, I'm disabled. So I'm disabled. Huh? I'm disabled. I'm disabled like a veteran might be.
But you still got.
Yeah, you may be disabled, but
you still got to pay.
Right. I know what the AOG chill, because I'm younger than you. I know, right? Basically, it's doing what I gotta do. Because I'm an AARP member as well. It's just using the resources.
Well, what kind of insurance you got?
The Signal, they put me with HMO. I got Signal.
Man, you got the wrong insurance. Signal don't pay for nothing.
I noticed. But guess what? When I tried to compare the two with regular, I got to get back on the A and B one, the regular Medicare. It's just when it was time for me to renew it, I missed it. So they threw me on the HMO for the time being. So it's just switching it back over. But I'm trying to figure out, what's the best one. I know HMO is good because I'm going to a private hospital, basically. And I know their personal care is like off the chain. So, but I'm used to the University of Maryland. That's where, we grew up in that area. So I'm used to going there. And everything that I do now with Good Samaritan, I got my foot doctor there, I got my kidney doctor there, I got my liver doctor there. I'm scheduled for the dentist, but then the copay is like $35.
Oh.
So me and this guy was talking about it the other day because he was telling me I think his wife got like Blue Cross Blue Shield, something like that. But I think on his thing too, he has to make a little payment too, because he was asking me, at 65, Phyllis, you 65 yet?
September.
All right, because once we turn 65, it's like everything's supposed to hit us, benefit us. It's just making sure we get the right people that knows the right insurance for us to have. A and B. A is for the A plan and B plan. A is basically your hospital. B is, I think, for the special care. D is for your Smugs, medication. See, I didn't understand all of that until I read into it a little bit. Now, AI was telling me in a sense that HMO is a little better than.
Because PPO, that's mainly for people that work.
Right, right.
They get a premium taken out their insurance every month.
And you know what? I get a premium taken out of mine. But look, you're right. Thank you, Phyllis. All right, thank you, because PPO. Thank you. And I'm gonna tell you this too. When I went to the say the specialists and stuff like that, I didn't have to pay like a copay.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm kind of, I probably will switch back over. And it was telling me that for somebody like us, we have a waiting period before we can sign back in, stuff like that. But somebody like myself, in the condition that I had, being a diabetic, it's like they throw me in the front of certain things. So it's just finding that agent to switch me back over, or I'm gonna go and try to do it my goddamn self.
Yeah, because they go by your zip code now.
I'm gonna tell you, I like
the agents. Because I talked to one, and they don't have nothing. I'm good where I'm at.
Right.
Good. I don't have to pay for my medicine, none of that, no copay.
And see, I gotta find out, because mine is government like yours. That's why I couldn't get the discount, because I'm on D. Wait a minute, C. Let me make sure I say it right. Because I'm on C, which is private government stuff. I gotta go back to what you said, the PPO. I gotta go back there. But I'm debating right now, because be honest, the hospital I go to, it's like they awesome. And
the PPO is for working people.
But still, it's for us, because we are, I'm SSDI, because we are, either way is government. I found out the insurance, I said, that's government.
PPO, because I ain't trying to, they ain't taking nothing from me.
Right, that's why, I mean, certain things. Come on, Phyllis.
But some people that's on SSDI, they pay a premium. Because it all depends on how much you get a month, too. And I don't get a lot. So they were trying to take something from me. I said, no, y'all won't either.
You better stop.
I ain't paying no premium. I'm serious.
You better, no. I'm saying it because it's according to how much you get a month. That's why I say you better stop. Because I thought, because my brother and them got 9-something. But see, I've been working since I was 14. So I get like 3 times that amount. I was like, huh? But then I had to realize it's SSDI. So what I had to do was separate that too from the LLC. To be honest with you, I said, if once I make 3 times, maybe twice as much that I get from SSDI, I'll let it go. But right now, business-wise and financially, but I said twice the amount, because by the time I get to the point of making, say, like twice or 3 times with the business, I'll have employees and stuff like that where I could, pay them as well. So that's the whole goal. But when you first starting out with a business or anything, and you can't afford to pay employees, you get them to volunteer. So most people, what they're going to do, if they believe in your vision and they believe in your dreams, they're going to follow you. And that's what I started understanding. And I'm going to say this, and y'all can twist it any way you want. with people like Jamal Bryant, with people like T.D. Jakes, with people like, I'm talking about our circuit speakers. Number one, they could have started out, say, like in a teeny spot. But as they begin to grow, it's people coming to the church because they believe in the pastor or they believe in the word. You get me? So as they begin to outgrow the sanctuary, they build a bigger one. Then if they outgrow that one with congressmen, with your congregation, keep in mind it's the congregation that pays for everything. So when you look at people like T.D. Jakes, the Eddie Long Church, all them big ones, that's the congregation that's paying the monthly bills, the water bills, and all that type of stuff. And believe me, if they got 30,000 members, it might be about a good 10 or 5 that's really supporting the church. I didn't understand that until I got with the one I'm with. And even though we have over 7,000 members, you might have about 2,000 that actually tied on time, don't have a problem with, like when you do special offering and stuff like that, and the pastor might ask for $1,000, you got something that got that. And they're donated, they give it. The building fund, stuff like that. But keep in mind, it's the congregation. It's not the pastor. It's the community. That's your congregation. So as they come, they might come from other cities just to come to your facility, right? Or that facility. Because the church do not belongs to an individual. It's considered as a non-profit too. But it belongs actually to the community. A lot of people don't know that. And if your pastor is not doing what he's supposed to do as your shepherd, bye. See that look on my face? Bye. If they're not doing their job, bye. Now, I want to say this, Phyllis. You know the type of church Jamal Bryant ran. I did not know that Eddie Long ran the same type. That's why he went there. It's like you can go to the clubs at night and come to the church in the morning.
Went there because Eddie Long passed away.
I know all that.
They ran him from Baltimore City. They ran Jamal out to Baltimore.
No! Phyllis!
Yes, they did.
Phyllis! They might have. I ain't look all into that.
He on his wife. He
wait a minute. Jamal, wait a minute. If you're listening to this, that's Phyllis. I ain't going to tell you her last name. But we all from Baltimore.
He don't know me.
But look, we know your story. But I'm not saying it, Jamal. This not Deacon Steve. But look, Phyllis. Come on.
His wife plays on the Real Housewives of Potomac.
Oh, you know what? I was getting ready to say Bethesda, but Potomac, you right.
Yeah. But he got some beautiful daughters, all of them in college now.
Yeah.
He was on some of the episodes of Real Housewives of Potomac too.
But you know what, Phyllis? And I'm going to share this family with y'all. When I had stepped outside, like my second marriage, and when you're in the ministry, you want to give up. You get me? But when God took me to David, and he showed me that I'm going to try to make it short for y'all. Because what's your name always sang this? We fall down, but we get up.
Pastor Donnie McClurkin.
Thank you. Now, this what that taught me with the Holy Spirit, right? No matter how you stumble and fall, Steve Copeland, get back up and keep moving. That's why I don't have to, but I feel it in my spirit that because I'm a human being, and I stumble and fall from time to share my experience of how, no matter how I fell, I got up and kept moving. So that's why God took me to David and got King David. And God showed me. Now look at King David, all them wives he had, all the women on the side. So when I talk about being married twice and had women on the side, is that his story? Basically. So, but what God showed me, now I ain't saying it's right. Don't. But what God showed me, no matter how you stumble and fall, Steve Copeland, I love you anyway. And I said, thank you. But I had to stop the behavior. You get me? I had to stop. So that's the difference. When I look at a lot of them, and I'm going back to Jamal Bryant, I said, I made a statement out my mouth. Somebody said he should have sat down. He should have this. He should have that. I said, no, he shouldn't. They said, why? I said, because the Holy Spirit didn't tell him yet. Gotta convict you. Once you get convicted,
he wouldn't even listen to his father.
Right. But see, he the one, it got to, but see this, but see now look, he was called to the ministry. So because he was called to the ministry, when he fall and he stumble, your goal is to learn from his mistake. Oh, I ain't doing it. That's the whole point. So I had to look at it. I had to look at, and basically I got to look at myself. I had to look at me. No matter how I might stumble and fall, I was called to the ministry. Don't stop doing what God called you to do. It's times I don't want to come on here. I be like, I don't feel it. But I know it's a set time that I need to come on here, remove myself out the way, and share a message of hope. I don't know who, where might need to hear it. But one thing I do understand, family, and I tell anybody, if you was called to the ministry, you know you was called to the ministry, right? And you call yourself running. Look at Jonah. Look how he ran because he didn't want to go to Nineveh. And I guarantee you ain't got no peace in your life. I can guarantee you that. Because whenever you run from your calling and you ducking because you already thinking you're not good enough. But if he already didn't put all that there for you, no matter how you stumble and fall, you have to get up and keep moving. And that's what I seen with Jamal Bryant. That's what I begin to see later down the line with a Mr. Eddie Long. That's what I begin to see. I don't know if it's true or not. This thing that's supposed to be with TD Jakes and the other boy. I don't know.
Yeah, he not even pastoring no more. His daughter pastoring at his church now.
Yeah. Now, I don't know. But guess what? I'm only saying this because that's not none of my business. I need to focus on what he called me to do. So y'all know how we can go back and say things like, thank God it ain't me. And that's how I just see it, family. I mean, people going to stumble, people going to fall. We the one, you do want somebody that's living accordingly. Yeah. And you do want a living example, you get me, of where you trying to go. You do want that. Somebody that you can look at and admire because you know they can do whatever they want to do when they want to do it. They just don't do it. I can say that as an ordained deacon. If I want to go in the church and go through it, I can go through it. I'm a well-looking dressed man. I'm a nice-looking man. I know who I am. I know what I'm capable of doing. A day at a time, I thank you, Lord. I haven't done it. So I ain't got to look over my shoulders. Is Sister Barbara looking at me? Oh, there go Debbie and them talking about me. I ain't got to go through that. That's a good feeling. Because I know a lot of people, you know, do what they do. But I just thank God, you know, that I don't know. I might wait till I get 70 and become a shigolo. Oh, you?
That's what Donald Trump trying to move the retirement age up to 70. He moved it up to 67, I think, already. He trying to move it up to 70. I'm like, this man, he always trying to be in everything.
That is not Trump. That's Congress. Whew. The moment you said that, I'm like, the mother freaky dirty bucky boo. It's Congress.
Well, Congress.
Yeah.
Well, he got his hand in it some kind of way.
No, see, the only thing basically, you know, they all talk, either way it goes. So he either going to approve it or he'll leave it alone. That's all. But they all talk. But now
he's going to approve it because that's the first thing he said before he even got back in office, that he was going to cut Social Security. That's the first thing he said.
And I'm gonna tell you this: if he gonna cut what? He must going to cut.
He was going to cut Social Security.
He must going to cut the ones that never worked for it.
SSI.
Yep. He must going to cut that because the ones that we worked. I know in my case, I worked since I was 14, so I'm living off the money that I put into the system.
Right.
So if he cut anything, it's going to be basically for the people the ones that never really worked, right? That's your, but they considered as disabled, but they didn't work for it. And I'm gonna tell you, I got to the point, right, Phyllis, because I had to start, understand where this bullcrap coming from, right? And because the Republican Party is basically in control of the seats and everything, it's a lot of them. Then you got the Democrats that might not agree with some of the things that they're doing. That's why they got to vote. But you got some Republicans that might not believe in what policies they try to create too, because you got some that's really for the people. It's finding those that actually represent the people compared to
like
those.
Chuck Schumer.
That's why I said fine, yeah. Because look, let me say this. I started seeing a lot of this later, mainly dealing with our politicians. One thing I wanted to say, with the Republican Party, their mission, they want you to be more independent. They want us as American people, where we can create our own stuff, where we don't have to buy from overseas, maybe as much, but where we don't have to buy other stuff from out of the USA. That's the whole goal with them, is to create everything and we depend on our own stuff. But now, this is what they sold me on. To help people to become more independent financially and all this type of stuff, where they don't have to rely on state and government funding. The Republicans that I know in Baltimore City, I told them, because of the work I do in the community, I said, come on. Because number one, you got to put programs together to help them if you want them to learn to be more independent. Where y'all at? That's what disappointed me. Because y'all talked a good game and y'all left me still in the middle by myself. Just like the Democrats. When I found out the Democrats was running the city in the hole, I got disappointed and backed up. Then I called myself hanging over here with this gang of people right here. And y'all talked a good game too. Because number one, I started realizing that's all y'all is. Rah, 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 rah. But you don't have no solutions towards the policies that y'all create. That's why I had to back up. Most of all with my big mouth. And stop coming for y'all. Because y'all are just lawmakers. That's why I don't pay no attention to a lot of y'all now. Talking about, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that when I get in. Yeah, Yeah. Ivan Bates ran for state's attorney twice. Who you helped him get in? Who you think helped him get in?
Mark Conway, he wrote me this long message yesterday. Like, he knew me personally, and guess what I did? Deleted it. I ain't even read the whole thing.
I ain't pay no attention.
I don't like the way he operates anyway. He ain't getting my vote.
Somebody,
What you laughing at, Steve?
because I'm like, I don't pay no attention to none of them. They just, and see what I understand, y'all, the difference between people that talks, but they can't, because they not hands on like that. They not. It's not that they won't come out and support whatever community functions that you giving and stuff like that. It's not that they won't come and support that, but it'll make them look like they're a major part of that event. But they just out fellowshipping. And see, once I started actually seeing a lot of that for what it is, I was going to say was, for me, because I've been in it on for so long, I had to back up some. This is my way of basically getting the message across. The Latanya D. Copeland House of Hope, I had to get other people. Once we shut that building down, I had to reach out to other people to help the clients. Once everybody was replaced, basically, I felt better.
Yeah.
You know, it hurted me to my heart, but God did what he did. And it's a learning lesson. I still been looking at other buildings. I want like everything under one roof. So he already know my heart. And if that's what he's saying we're gonna do this year, that's what we're gonna do. Rehabbing and start revitalizing houses for inner city people. So I kind of see what's happening. It's just me sitting still, being patient, and just going through the process. Just going through it, making sure legally I have everything in order as well. But I'm talking about with the Latanya D. Copeland Housing Program, because that's where the funding gonna come from. You know, so it's just having the right people in your life that knows how to put everything together. I'm talking about professionals, board members and stuff like that. You know, but
the ones that won't turn their back on you.
Right. And you know what? I thought about you for one, but I'm like, I don't know if your butt might be. I'm getting too old. I don't feel like this. But still, I know you there. But I was trying to look around to see who do I really trust to work with me in that sense. Now I know a few other people that's speaking the same language, and the thing is, we need to group up because we on the same page. So we speaking the same language. So we need to team up. But this time, I need a legal team. And that's something that Bree Jones said that to me when I reached out to her about connecting with her, becoming a board member. And she said the board members I'm looking for basically are lawyers. I said, I got you. So now, talking with A&I, they gave me information to reach out to lawyers like that will help everything. I said, okay, I see it. Want to make sure your paperwork is in order. Because I said to myself, if I got to write my own, that's not a problem. Because I wrote mine for my LLC. But now the goal with all of that, I need somebody that knows how to work the 501c3 with the nonprofit. I mean, with the LLC. It was telling me that too. Because it's like the LLC, I mean, the Latanya D. Copeland House of Hope is under my LLC. It's under it, right? So it was telling me how to basically incorporate it in, but I have to remove myself out the way, but just use the business itself. I said, God darn it, I got to get me some professionals to fix this thing right. Because I don't have to, I'm already doing the work. I'm already doing the work. It's just now what it told me to do. Everything you have done throughout the years as a human rights advocate, as a community activist, as a person that created programs, as a person that spoke out, for harm reduction in the city. All that, it says, need to be put into the look, when I get ready to do the Latanya D. Copeland House of Hope, AI said everything you've been doing in the city, because your track record shows everything that you're doing for you to get paid. I said, I got you. I said, I got you. Say your track record speaks for itself. Your business, your actions. See, you just not talking. That's what AI said, Phyllis. You just not talking like the politicians do. They say you producing. I'm like, thank y'all. Hey man, what's your name? We don't have none. But look, I laugh, right? Because it's a system, but you would think it's real human beings right there. I'm like, what in the world? It even told me too, it said, because of the work that I've been doing throughout the years, basically within their system, it can be 50, 60 years from now. If somebody want to look up my name and look up the work that I've done throughout the years, said it will show up. Because you're speaking out on social things. I even society stuff. I even said something to them about when we fought to get the safe consumption sites here to reduce the Finney epidemic, and how it got to Congress and Congress rejected. And it explained back to me why Congress rejected. I even put the spy plane in there. When we fought to get the plane over Baltimore City, we already got cameras over Baltimore City. So how is that invading people's privacy when you already have cameras? But they said the spy plane was an invasion of privacy. When the spy plane was put up to help reduce the unalive rate. So I'm grateful, because know what? In 2017, it was 343 at the end of that year. Now, for 2025, it was 133. 50 years low. Now, see, I can share stuff like this, right? Because Baltimore is my city. It's my home. I know how to call people to find out, hey, what happened over here? What happened over there? What's going on right here? That's called connecting with people in your community. I tell y'all that all the time. If you're going to come up on somebody's platform and you want to act like you're a community activist, or you a human rights advocate, or you do this and you do that, I notice they never tell you what city they in. They never tell you the organizations that they with that's fighting for the community. I'm gonna have to end this. Come on. See his message. His message should have been coming up. Oh, it done lit up now. His message should have been coming up. Hey Sam, it's not letting me see your message. I didn't know you was trying to come up here. Oh, it done lit up now. His message should have been coming up. Hey Sam, it's not letting me see your message. I didn't know you was trying to come up here. It done lit up now. His message should have been coming up. Hey Sam, it's not letting me see your message. I didn't know you was trying to come up here. Ouch! See, that's why I said I need me a team. I don't know why I can't see your message, Sam. Come on, talk, OG.
I would, but I got out there.
Oh, okay. Come on, Candy.
You were saying you were trying to put a team together. What type of team are you trying?
I'm talking about a team of lawyers. Well,
Okay.
basically, people that can put everything together for me for my for the housing program. the 501c3.
Have you tried like what is it, public defenders?
No,
Did they try to do that or
no,
no?
I have a list of lawyers that does that type of stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that understand the paperwork, understand all of that to put it together. But now, go down. Now, because a part of my stuff is rehabbing houses as well, so I need somebody to better understand like the contracts and stuff like that. Like put everything in position. So it told me to get a board. At least have 3 board members. I already had board members, but now I understand the importance of having somebody that understands the legal process of everything.
Yeah.
So I don't have to get rid of the board members that I have. I can just add them on. The professionals. Why you keep doing this?
Oh, that's like
I'll be back.
Alrighty. Go ahead, Candy.
that's like where my parents live. They had the house next door to them. The person had it, well, was renting it out and stuff, and the people moved out because the other house next door has a festation of mice. And the landlord did absolutely nothing about it. So now he turned around and has it up for sale now. And my parents they're so scared who they're going to get, who's going to live there.
Is your wait a minute. Your parents is what they scared who's going to live there as far as keeping the house up?
Either whoever's going to buy it, because that's who they get scared because it's today it's hard to trust people who move in.
That's true. But hopefully because of the area, it'll be more conservative type people that will move in. Right? Because you can't control that. But
No.
It's more conservative people because of the areas that we're in.
Yeah.
But now you do have people that will come into areas but wasn't taught how to maintain their property.
Correct.
Right? And the reason why I'm going there, because that's the whole goal when you in like a transitional home or something like that, housing program.
Yeah.
They supposed to have it set up where you're taught those things. How to pay your bills on time, how to clean, how to cook if you don't know how, wash, all that. Because once again, that's what the Latanya D. Copeland House is designed for. Is to prepare you to go back out and be a more productive person.
True.
So hopefully whoever buy the house, and be honest, if they know they got mice there, they might not feel right buying the house.
Well, I guess that's whoever does buy it. And it's, hopefully it's a family that, has a job and everything else, works, has children and stuff like that. I mean, even though where we live at, it is a low income area, and it was never like that.
So now because you said low income, is it in the city?
No, it's in the county.
Because I look at the counties more as your conservative areas, your well-to-do areas. But it's going down. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, it was never like that back in the day.
Right.
Now it's, different now.
And see, once again, that's what happens when you don't teach people how to maintain the facility, their houses.
Well, that's just like when Tom and I, when we were living with his mother, she never maintained her house. She never fixed up anything outside or anything because she was never taught. And I mean, for him and I to go out there and fix up the house, I mean, it did. It was a lot of work, but we did it.
And
who knows?
Who knows
what it looks like now.
Now what's happening, slumlords have to become licensed landlords. And we help get that bill passed for slumlords to become licensed landlords. And that means you have to have your property up to code. Now, everybody kind of skip all around the truth. No matter what you do, they always try to find ways and means to get through the cracks. And another thing people don't know, that Baltimore City inspectors, housing inspectors, are not supposed to get involved. That's why they hired private companies to do the work, because a lot of the I'm quite sure they still do it, but a lot of the regular workers, they get paid to pass people. So they figured if they hired more private companies to come in and do the inspection on the houses, mainly for the lead, for the mold, and for the droppings, the rats dropping or the mouse droppings. Communities united in us helped them get that bill passed for slumlords to become licensed landlords. Not only your regular landlords, HUD Housing had to get their stuff up to code too. But the thing with HUD Housing, they had so many houses, right? They had to get it done within a year, but they knew they wasn't going to be able to do it because the housing part of it, because they have so many. So they asked for an extension. But you still hear people to this day cry about living in unconditional housing programs. I was looking at this movie they did, right? I don't know if it said back in the 90s or in the 80s, somewhere along that line, where they was putting lead in houses to actually treat the people. They wanted to see how they respond with it. So it was more like a test thing. And it wasn't supposed to be to an extreme amount, but they started off with a certain amount and it got deeper. So just to see how people respond from lead. I was listening to that the other day as well. And you do have some houses, older houses now, that still have lead in it. The landlord maneuvers through the system. Mainly if you got a lot of houses. Then if you don't have insurance on your houses, to be able to get treated for the lead, well, remove it. So I'm just saying this because you know what, Candy, that really helps me to see, out of the years that I've been doing what I've been doing, I got my hands into a lot of bull crap fighting for us in Baltimore City.
Now I understand. I know it takes a lot of work to try to get everything together.
And be honest, I ain't mad at all. I know physically to be here, to be there, to be here, to be there, I don't have that energy like that. You know. But for us to sit back like what we're doing now and just to talk about life in general, talk about certain things like in the community, but it's not for us, family, to stay stuck. Mainly when y'all tune in to me and OG and Candy and us. Because we're going to talk about certain things. And we're going to talk about how, even though working through the process, that's all it is. Because some people can be stuck in certain places, but the goal is they working up out of it. They working out of it. So once you able to, come on, Candy.
Then you got the ones that are what is it? You have ones that have disabilities too. That the same thing. They were never taught.
Yep.
Have to learn.
Yep. Thank you for saying that part too.
I mean, I had people to show me how to do things. I was never taught, so I had to learn on my own. But it got easy. But I didn't know taking care of a house was going to be a big responsibility.
And I'm gonna share this. Come on, Candy. Come on.
Because even the same thing when Tom was alive, he didn't know how to take care of a house because he lived in a condo for a long time and was so used to having people just maintaining the grounds and stuff. So, but
I was getting ready to say, if he lived in a condo, who kept the condo clean?
that's a good question. I never asked, but the thing is, it was his ex-wife's condo. She bought it, and it was just a one bedroom condo. And when she left him, she left him while he was working and moved into an apartment. Didn't say anything, just disappeared. And he was left in that condo, and she gave him so many months and days and stuff like that, and he still wouldn't budge until he met me. And I said to him, you need to get out of there. She wants to sell it. You need to just go to your mom's and call it a day. I'm not ready. I said, well, you know what? Sometimes you have to do what you have to do, and you got to move on. So he did listen to me, and he did get all his stuff and leave. So if it wasn't for me pushing him out of there, he would have probably still stayed. Because he was a very, very stubborn person.
I'm just...
So. Matter of fact, I was going through my Facebook on my memories, and that one memory came up of him going back to the hospital, and that kind of played in my head that day. So, and I'm like, I'm not gonna think about it.
Sometimes stuff come across your head. It's not that you ask for it, but it'll show up. And
yep.
It's how you deal with it when it show up. And that's what I try to help people understand. You know, we don't, it's like when you get into that mode of probably depression, right? And I had looked it up. What causes depression. And it talks about how we tend to go back into the past and we get stuck there in the here and now because we didn't pull the past in and how hard it is to work up out of it. That's why when y'all hear me talk about, certain, say like sociological, where they come from, psychological conditions, right? If you don't really know how to focus on positive stuff, I don't care where you at. If you don't know how to focus on positive affirmation, because you're trying to put something back on that chemical imbalancement to balance things out in your brain. That's why you got the therapist, the hypnosis. That's why you got the people that hypnotize you, stuff like that, right? Your
Yeah.
counselors, your your peer groups, because it's to help you balance chemically back out. And some people, I realize, do need meds to help them.
Well, I was just thinking, you know, like I was thinking the other day.
Mm-hmm.
I used to go. I used to go to Celebrate Recovery on Fridays back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
before COVID and everything, and that's what I would do on Friday nights. I would go to meetings and would meet other women and talk about my past and stuff before Kenny, before Tom. Just I had a regimen what I was doing at that time, and then when COVID came, it took it away from me. So, and talking about having like a therapist. Now, I have had a therapist in the past, but he wind up, I don't know, leaving the office or something, and I was getting comfortable, and then he tells me, "Oh, I'm leaving the practice." I'm like, okay. But that was a long time ago too, and I stopped doing that. But again, I mean, I just take it day by day.
That's all you can do. But now, because you made me think about like my daughters, right? I try to basically fix them. I'm their father. I don't, they dealing with this, they dealing with that. You want to kind of heal them. So my suggestion to them was to, go to a therapist, talk with a therapist. Because as a parent, we could be too close. So now, the point I'm trying to make, if I see them dealing with a certain thing and they talking with a therapist and they've been talking to their therapist for a while, but I noticed their attitude or how they see that situation haven't changed, to me, they're not helpful. They're not helping them. They just making money off them.
They gotta want to make the change. They
Well,
gotta want to be able to push themselves.
well, I know all that, because all of that I know. But anytime you go to a therapist, they supposed to teach you strategies of how to get better in this situation.
Yep.
So I will ask them, well, what type of plan did they give you? This is the work. Now, basically, they paying somebody to help them. But then when they talk to their father, he tends to feed them.
And, I noticed one thing, and I have for the last, I'm going to say, let me go back. I'm going to say March, that I have noticed about, I don't like talking about him, but it bothers me with the bossiness. And, he just got a new therapist. And this new therapist that he talks to, I don't think they're helping. Because, again, if they were helping, he would be a different person right now. But I have noticed, especially with being bossy. Now, I know I can be bossy and be pushy, but I know how to put a hold on it, and I know how to stop it. because if I sometimes I have a tendency, if I run my mouth, then I'm not going to stop, but I know how to control it. So, but again, sometimes I feel like you have to put that person in their place in order to get them to listen.
If that person can't see it, it's like if they don't see it, you're not helping them.
Yeah.
And now once again, you took me back, like to my daughters or my son. When they struggling with something, daddy come in, right? And because I already know how to work with men and women, children and all of that, the whole goal with that is to listen to them. Then is to help them turn it around. Turn it around. And a lot of times people got to start believing in themselves because they so stuck on everything else outside of them.
Correct.
But that individual that's going through whatever trauma or whatever they dealing with.
And that's what it is. That's what it is with him.
And now let me say this. You see what you just did? I'm talking to you, and you went straight to him.
Well, I was gonna say, talking about trauma.
No, back it up. Because right now I'm trying to get you to see. I understand where you at, but you're so busy focusing on that you're not focusing on you.
True. But
No, don't do that, because now you just get ready to justify it. Come on.
No, I'm not gonna.
You said but. Come on.
No, I'm not gonna justify it. What I was gonna say is, people like that will live in the past and don't know how to let the past go. And I have learned from my past, from the childhood trauma that I went through and everything. I know how to let that go.
No, you don't. Let me show you why. And I got you with that. You sitting up here, right? Your heart is still 7 years ago. And it's okay. Don't take it wrong, because I know you still love that individual. But for us, we got to let it go. Your heart is still 3 years ago, because you talks about it. So I understand it. But the point is, you're stuck right now because you're busy looking at everything else outside of you. And that's not healthy for nobody. That's not healthy for you. That's not because you're not looking at you. Everything we up here talking about, and I got you. Everything we up here talking about, you put everybody else there. So that goes to show me you're defocusing off yourself.
I was gonna say about with my, me growing up with my, with childhood and stuff. I had a lot of trauma dealing with, my parents and stuff like that. And I say to myself, I can't allow it to haunt me, because again, I'm just going to keep going back to it and keep blaming them. I can't blame them forever. So.
Well, you blaming your parents for what somebody else did to you or what they did?
No, they just growing up for me and stuff like that wasn't easy back then.
All right, wait a minute. I'm gonna take it back just a little bit. Now, whatever trauma that was caused to you, it came from your parents, not like an outsider.
Sorry, I had to put it on mute for a second. Yeah, like I was saying, from
you got it. The only thing I want you to do, and I apologize, is kind of clear it up, because number one, a lot of people that been, say, like raped, been abused, and it might not have been the parents. It could have been, and that's not with everybody. Everybody didn't go through that process.
No.
But it might not been with the parent. It was just that the parents didn't show you the love, the affection, and attention that you was looking
Correct.
for, or they might have been abusive towards you, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically.
Well,
So wait a minute. So I need you to make it clear of a little bit that you're comfortable with. I need
all
you to
right.
make it clear.
I'm going to say this. My parents did not want to be parents. They wanted to just do whatever they wanted to do. And my aunt and my grandmother raised me. So that's why today, now that I'm older, that's why I still have issues with my parents. But now, my mother, she has dementia. She doesn't remember anything. And I mean, I do feel bad for my mom. I do. But again, you just gotta move on and not just let it be.
And that's true. That's true. Because as I'm listening to you, right, and I'm thinking about like forgiveness and acceptance, right? Because you don't want to spend the rest of your life being mad because they, I'm gonna say, didn't give you that love, that affection, and attention that you rightfully think you deserve.
I don't mean to cut you short. My aunt wants me to go with her. She's yelling at me.
I know. Go ahead. I hear. Go ahead.
All right, I'll come back up on tomorrow.
All right, love you, Queen. You know it.
All right, have a good night.
All right, good night. I got 10 more minutes, but now this is a prime example of what I be talking about. Candy is like my daughter, right? And I've been knowing Candy for several years now, since the Middle River stuff. So she been a part of my life, been supporting me since then. And you want the best for people in general. You get me? But the thing is, personally, you can't fix everybody, mainly if they too close to you like that. I want the best for her. I think she deserved better. But guess what? Everything we say on here, you got to believe it in yourself. This is not to intimidate you. This is not to make you afraid of yourself. The whole goal with all of this is to help strengthen you, is to help empower you, to help encourage you. I did not know. I did not know, family. 11 years old, doing the plant. 14, 13 years old, I meant drinking the Thunderbird. I was running. I was escaping from whatever stuff that was going on in my life that helped me to sedate whatever pain. 14 years old, I started doing that. Back in the days, we called it the rich man high. You could not tell me I wasn't somebody, right? 15 years old. I remember by this time we hustling, period. We hustling. I asked my cousin, I said, can you shoot this? Pew pew, for TikTok's sake. She said, yeah. Come on. I'm 15 years old. Now, can y'all understand why I started the BMore's Real Teen Talk Show? Giving our youth a voice, giving them a chance to at least talk about where they at and what's going on, see how we can better help them. I remember my mother asking me. I was around 15, 16. I was young, I know that. By this time, I got tracks on my arms. And my mother asked me, she said, what is that? I said railroad tracks. I was so embarrassed. Come on, 15, 16 years old. Man, can you understand why my heart goes out to our young people who might have been, not everybody now, great, sexually abused, because I got to say these words for TikTok, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, or abandoned. 64 years old, my father never been in my life. So I had to deal with the abandonment issues. And sometimes at 64 years old, I'm like, where you at? Is you still living? Do I got brothers and sisters? I ain't gonna sit here and fake it and say, oh, that don't bother me. No, it don't hurt, but it pops up. So many of us have a tendency of lying about our realness. My mother, not here, passed away when I was 26. I remember my mother asking me, Steve, what is wrong with you? I didn't know. I couldn't explain it until I got clean. And once I got clean and started doing work on myself, mama is gone. Once I began to understand why I started picking up and what I was running from, I'm like, Ma, she gone. This is why I started doing what I was doing. That's why I talk the way I do. Because guess what? Anytime I open up my mouth, I'm not just talking to grown-ups. I'm not just talking to adults itself. I'm going back to help our children. I'm sorry I said those. To understand it's okay. It's okay. Whatever happened in your past experience, listen to what I just said. Whatever happened in your past experience or your past life story, we have to learn to practice some acceptance, some forgiveness. We have to learn to let it go. The reason why, it's already done. It already happened. It's in the past. It ain't nothing we can do to change it. It's done. So where I had hatred, bitterness, anger, fear, distrust, I had to learn to gain some love. You see how I did this? Because I'm talking about I had to go in here. You get me? I had to go inside to come back out and deal with the pain, deal with the misery. You can stay right there. Now you understand why Big Unc come on to run off of his mouth to help you understand. If Big Unc can do it, you can do it. If Big Unc can face those demons and tell them it's time to go, you can't live here rent free no more. Bye. Bye. And then when that sucker try to show up 20, 30, 40 years later, what you want? Sometimes they get in and you be like, oh my God, he back. Get rid of it. Bye. The reason why I'm saying that, because life do show up. You ain't got to ask for it. Past memory will pop up just for the heck of it. Hey, I came to make your life miserable. Well, I came to tell you this. Bye. And it takes work. So look, I love y'all. I thank God, family. I thank God for the life I live. I surrendered my will and my life over to the care of God 33 years ago. And I'm going to say to a higher power that I begin to call Jesus Christ. Everybody might not see that higher power is Jesus Christ. If you talk about Jehovah and it works for you, that's fine. If you talk about Yahweh and it works for you, that's fine. If you call him Allah, Abba, and that works for you, that's fine. Because it's only one. And I know that one worked with his people in his own special way. And I don't want to disappoint a lot of Christians. The Bible's not the only way God reaches out to his people. He showed me that. Because everybody don't read Bible. Everybody don't study. Everybody don't believe. But they live a good, morally, God, spiritual life. It's all in your character. It's all in your personality. All right, I love y'all. And I'm out. Have a nice night, everybody. All right, OG, I'm gone.
Later, Mama.